Yo, what is up everybody? It's Chris X the First, and in today's video, we're going to be dropping our advanced guide to Aang in Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. In today's video, we're going to be going over absolutely everything that Aang can do, the ins and outs of this character. I have sat here for multiple hours creating this video. It's been about a week and a half of me constantly labbing, so I can find absolutely everything I can about this character, and I can say I got you covered if you need anything. So before we get into the guide, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you don't, you don't. It's cool. But without further ado, we're gonna get right into the guide. Alright, so here we are in the lab, and if you haven't watched my first beginner's Aang guide, it's gonna be right up here. Make sure to go and watch that first. But if you've already watched that and you're here, that means you're here for the advanced guide, so let's get into it. So first things first, we're going to go over Aang's goal as a character. So Aang is actually the fourth lightest character in this game, which might not seem like a bad thing, until you realize that you can die on 70 to basically any smash attack on the ledge. So your main goal on Aang is to stay alive and deal more damage than your opponent. Now that sounds very simple, Chris, every character's goal is like that. But with Aang, you have to be very precise. You have a bunch of moves that can keep you away from your opponent. You have some projectile tilt attacks and very good spacing options like forward air and back air. They are super great spacing options, and you want to make sure that you are not dying on 70 every single stock. Now that we got that out of the way, we're going to be talking about what else Aang can do as a character. Aang is a very speedy, high mobility character that is floaty. Aang is a character that you can kind of create your own combos with. You can gimp characters early with your floatiness with 3 jumps as well. And basically Aang can be a nuisance on the battlefield for your opponent, and you're going to be very annoying. But basically, to summarize it up, Aang's goal is to not die on 70, of course, because you are so light. You do not just want to be giving out stocks on 70. You want to be playing for spacing. He is a very space heavy character. He is also floaty, so you want to keep that in mind. Off stage, you're going to be hard to chase. You're going to be hard to combo. And you have 3 jumps off stage, so you should be able to find yourself some early kills depending on the matchup. And the most important goal is to condition your opponent until you are ready for a kill confirm, because every stock you're not going to be able just to forward air them off stage like this and then kill them on 0. It's just not going to happen every time. Aang is what I would like to call a condition heavy character. You're going to dwindle your opponent down until they're at that 90, 100 threshold, and you can find your easy kill confirms then. But you want to take as little damage as possible while conditioning your opponent so that you don't in turn die at 70. So now that we got Aang's goal out of the way, we're going to go over some common terminology that we're going to go over in the video so that you don't get confused as a viewer. And the first thing we're going to talk about is B reversing. Now, B reversing is a familiar subject if you have played any of Smash's popular titles, but if you are new and you do not know what B reversing is, it is basically turning your character around while keeping your momentum of a charged move. So in Aang's case, he has a move that is a charge attack called Needles. It charges up before you can use the needles, just like this, and during this charge animation, you don't just want to stand here in the air charging and making yourself very predictable. So what you can do is carry your momentum the opposite way and get a sneaky needles attack out, whether you are charging it or shooting them. It works both ways, and you carry all of your momentum depending on which way you flip. And to do the input, you basically are going to want to perform a jump, obviously. Drift whichever way you want to be facing first. So, you know, drift like this, little drift jump, you know, nothing crazy. So just like this, and then when you are at the peak of your jump, you're going to want to input your needles, just like that. And you're going to want to flick to whichever way you are looking at, or you could do a semicircle input if you look at my controller like now. You can do a semicircle input just like that, it will also work. But in this game, you have the luxury of just being able to flick left or right. So at the peak of my jump, shoot my needles and flick left. At the peak of my jump, click my needles and flick right. And this is very important because if we zoom out, so let's say we want to mix up this Raphael and we catch him shielding right here, and we want to come this way and get some needles off. This is really important as a mix-up compared to me just running up and needling like a normal person. B reversing is very important because it's going to catch your opponent off guard and lead to some crazy combos that you should have never even got in the first place, all because they weren't expecting the B reverse noodles. Now this is the only move that Aang has that can be B reversed. He doesn't have another attack that needs to be charged up, unfortunately. But I would recommend going to the lab and figuring out how to B reverse these needles just like this to make yourself unhittable while you're charging your needles and unhittable as you are crossing your opponent up and getting some damage off with needles. It makes yourself very tricky. It's hard to tell when Aang's going to shoot his needles when he's constantly B reversing and crossing you up with short hops and then B reversing needles. It's going to take your game to the next level with Aang. So now that we got that out of the way, another common terminology we're going to be talking about today is short hopping. So in this game, you can do a full hop just like this. Aang has a very high jump height, by the way. You can do a full hop or just tap your button very, very fast, and you can do a short hop just like this. And it is very important that you know how to short hop with Aang because his jump height is very high. So if we just full jump and do a fair, we're not hitting anything. You know, we could maybe do a full hop and time it, but that's just unpractical. It gives him more time to see me coming. We want to practice our short hops so that we can get out some sneaky attacks and give our opponent less reaction time to see which way we're coming from. The next terminology we're going to be going over in today's video is fast falling. So fast falling is performed just by flicking down at the peak of your jump, and if you know you've done it correctly, when you see a little star pop up just like that, you see that white flash letting me know I canceled my jump correctly. This can be done with short hops, or it can be done with full hops or double jumps, or with Aang even triple jumps. You can see the star come out, and that's how you know you've successfully fast fallen. And knowing how to fast fall is very, very important with a floaty character like Aang, because certain combos can only be done with fast falling. Certain follow-ups can only be followed up if you fast fall, and it's very important that you sit here, you practice short hop, fast hop, you practice the B reverses, you practice all of this tech that I am telling you, because at the end of the guide, when you have all of this information and you go to put it together, you're going to be a 10 times better player than you were before you watched this video. Alright, so now that we got the common terminology out of the way, we're going to go over Aang's moveset really quickly, because if you watch my beginner's guide, we have already went over Aang's moveset in the last video. But for Aang's normals, he has a forward tilt that is a projectile. Let me turn on the hitbox for that so you can see that it is a projectile. As you can see, the wind box does come out of this, and this is a very good spacing option. Like I said, Aang is a spacer, so you're going to want to be using this when you're fighting a very pesky opponent that you just do not want on you. Maybe somebody like LT Gray or Garfield. If you just want them to back it on up, let them know, hey man, back the fuck up. This is the perfect move just for that. His down tilt is a combo starter. It's a very fast, I believe this move is frame 5, super fast down tilt. Regardless, you're just going to take my word for it. The down tilt is very strong, and his up tilt, which just recently got buffed this patch, is now a kill move at about 110%. So let's see. All right. So in the last video, I told y'all to use up tilt only for combo extensions and juggling, but now at around 110 to 120%, depending on who you're fighting, this is a valid kill option. So on Raph, he is a little heavier, so maybe 125, 126. This is a valid kill option. So you're gonna want to be using up tilt for. Damn, it's actually 130 on Raph. Raph's a little thick. So Raph was a little heavier than I expected. It's around 140 for Raph, but if you're fighting somebody like LT Gray, it's going to be like 110 for the kill on up tilt. Now, you can still use this to juggle at low percents. If I can get him to a low percent. Fuck. So at low percents, this is still a combo extension. You can get fairs, you can get whatever you want. You can get up air strings. You can do whatever you want with up tilt. It's basically a great juggle tool, but unfortunately this move is very slow and it is not safe on shield. So be careful throwing this move out, because if Raphael right here blocks this attack, It is very slow. It leaves me in a lot of negative frames, and Raph can get a beefy punish off on me, so this move is not safe. You really want to throw this out when you know it's going to hit. Now, the last normal that Aang does have, obviously, is his jab. So 1, 2, 3 jab. Unfortunately, he's on the ledge, so you're going to have to give me a second. Turn around, boy. It is a 1, 2, 3 jab. This jab is very good on the ledge. And like we went over in the last patch, you can slime cancel that last hit and get off a F smash, or you can get off a forward air train. You can get off whatever you really want after that third hit. But really, the only uses we're going to have off of jab is the same as F tilt. If you just want your opponent off of you and you want a fast option, Aang jab is very fast. I believe this is frame 5 as well. Very fast option out of shield. You can jab, get him off you. You can follow up off stage with really borderline whatever you want. It's a very good get off me tool that can be used as a combo extension as well with that third hit. I didn't forget about the most important normal. I was going to see if y'all were ready for this one. Aang's most important normal is his neutral air. As you can see, this hitbox is very, very, very large. It covers almost all 3 sides of Aang. It'll catch from above, below, in front, behind. This move is phenomenal. And this move is going to be your main combo starter or extension off of down tilt, just like this, into fairs. You can basically create death just because you landed one nair with Aang. Obviously, you can slime cancel it as well into an upcharge, or you can slime cancel it into anything you want, really. You can slime cancel it into glider as well at high percents to find a kill. But remember, nair is going to be your #1 combo extension. So remember how we talked about short hops? Make sure you understand fully how to short hop with Aang, so you can find these short hop extensions with nair. This is going to be one of your most clicked buttons on Aang. It's very safe on shield as well. Super fast move, super safe move, and a great combo extender. This button's going to be clicked a lot. Last but not least, for Aang's normals, we do have dash attack. This move by far being Aang's unsafest option, but one of his greatest moves. So dash attack on hit can be slime cancelled into funny things off stage, whether it be up charge, forward charge, or just even a back air, forward air, any shenanigans you want. This move is very good. But this move is super unsafe on shield. You don't really want to catch yourself going for too many dash attacks on shield because you will be punished. But this move is very strong, and you can find great openings because it sends vertical almost like a launcher. It's going to send them straight up, and you can find up air strings, you can find forward air strings, you can find whatever you want. Alright, now moving into Aang's specials, we already talked about needles and the importance of B-reversing needles, so make sure you hit up the lab and you practice just B-reversing your needles. But Aang's neutral B is needles. Now this move is a massive combo extension. We're not going to be really using it as a projectile, but if you find yourself in a campy situation against a Rocco or a Zim and you just have to keep the pressure on, you can always just, needle as a projectile. But when you jump, needles are going to go diagonal, and that is very important for combo extensions off of forward air like this, because it keeps the combo true, and you can find some really early kills because you landed some needles. Aang's side special is a ignite based move. This move will catch your opponent on fire. As you can see from his health, it's constantly going up after we landed. So this can be used after up tilt, and up tilt into fire is true. And if you just want a guaranteed burn on your opponent, it's a great way to get it off. But mostly this move is going to be used for getting back onto the ledge, something like that. Catch your opponent off guard, but this move really is not safe on shield. It's not safe to land with, and it's not really your best way to get out some damage, even off of up tilt. This move is not going to be used too much, but it does have its uses, just like that on tech chases. On rolls on the ledge, when you're getting up from the ledge, you can also throw out this massive hitbox. And when you slime this move, it has an interesting property where it sends out 2 fireballs from each side. So it is very good if you're just trying to cross your opponent up, land behind them, or maybe you just need to get a burn off in a slow matchup and you're not finding a lot of damage. But that's really going to be the main uses for this move. We're not going to use this too much for combo extensions, but this can actually be used off stage to find some really early kills, just like this. So as you've seen, we just gimped the poor little Raphael robot with that move, but it's not going to be that important off stage because most of the time you do want to follow up with no slime. Just forward air, back air off stage is 10 times better than going for an EX version of a special. Save yourself that slime because, like I said, Aang is light and you're going to want to save up for bursting on Aang. It's a very important thing to have. Going into Aang's up special, not too much to say about this move right now in the guide. We'll get into this move later, of course. This is Aang's best button. This and Needles, I would say, are Aang's two greatest moves, in my opinion. So Glider is the best recovery option in the game, without a doubt, undoubtedly. You can come back basically from wherever, simply with Glider. Now Glider has 2 hits. If you first hit your opponent with the original hit of the glider, it's going to have a hitbox on top of you, and if you hit again, it's going to have a hitbox, basically a whole entire 360 around you. It's very good trying to catch somebody who is F-smashing at the ledge like this, or something like this, finding a combo off of glider. Something that's very easy to do. You can kind of create your own combo with Aang. That's what makes him so cool in my eyes. And glider is going to be one of your main kill confirm options, but we'll get into that later in the kill confirm part of the video. But for now, just know that glider is the best recovery. You should never die with glider in your back pocket. And it's a very safe out of shield option as well. If somebody is pressuring you and you just need to get them off of you, it's a very safe out of shield option. So the combos off of glider are pretty much endless. If you land glider, obviously you can get up strong into maybe a forward air, or you can just juggle them even higher. It's very good at the top of the stage. I'm sure you've seen the Aang combos at the top of the stage with glider. You can basically always find a kill confirm with glider into up strong just like that. This move will kill your opponent at about 120-130%, depending on their weight, of course. Just like that. And on the second hit of the glider, this is very important. The second hit of the glider can be slime cancelled into forward strong off stage, which can find some really early kills. I'm gonna play a clip of that right now. But other than it killing really early off the side, the second hit of glider is the stronger hit of glider. It's going to send them more horizontal. It has more knockback. Like I said, out of shield is very strong if you don't find the sour spot like me right there. But the way you want to look at glider and when you want to confirm it, either the first hit or the second hit is most likely going to be used for horizontal combos off stage. But you do have to watch your recovery, because once I slime cancel the second hit of this glider, I cannot up B anymore. I cannot up B. So you want to be careful, make sure you find that kill, jump back. But this can be used off stage to find a conversion into side strong. You can just find a conversion into fair. You can find a conversion into basically any button you want to find a kill off the side. The second hit of glider, like I said, sends more horizontal. So if you find yourself off stage and you can get that second hit off, you will end up killing yourself. But if you have a huge lead, like maybe 2 or 3 stocks, this is a viable option to get a suicide death and just end the round early. Only pull that out if you're either trying to sauce on your opponent, you have a really confident lead, or you just want to give somebody a good laugh. It's very good for all of those things, but I would not recommend pulling this out on your last stock ever, because you will most of the time die first. Now getting into down special, this move was also buffed this patch. Since the last guide that I've dropped, this move has been buffed. Your speed is increased on the ball. And as you can see, this move is very good for things like that. On the ledge, it's very strong. On stage, it's very strong. But one thing I see a lot of bad Aangs do, myself included, is just riding around on this ball in neutral as if nobody can touch you. You don't want to really be throwing this ball out too much in neutral, because any player that has a thought behind their two eyeballs is simply just going to shield, spot dodge, and then beat the absolute shit out of you. So this is a very good mix-ups option on the ledge. You can catch them lacking and get a really easy kill just like that, all because you landed ball. And ball is also very safe on shield. If you want to land on your opponent and bop them on the head with it, it's very safe just to land on your opponent and see what they're going to do out of their shield. It's a very good bait option. If our opponent is being unpredictable or we haven't seen too much from them yet, and you're in a and you kind of just want to like poke the bear a little bit, this is a very good poke option. You can poke them and disengage very easily. It's also very good for somebody who is sitting on the ledge like this. It's going to cover their getup, it's going to cover their jump, it's going to cover basically everything. It's very good off stage as well, finding some early gimps. And at most percents, if you do connect the ball hit, nair is 100% true afterwards. And like I said, nair is your #1 combo starter, baby. So ball is going to be very, very, very important. But just remember that this is unsafe. Do not feel invincible on ball. I know it can get very confusing when you're riding around like this at the speed of light. You feel untouchable. But I promise you, I've been there, I've done it in tournament, and I have been punished hard. So keep in mind that this option is very good, but it is not safe. But you can get nair out of it, you can get forward air out of it, you can get back air out of it, depending on which way you're facing. So now getting into Aang's air normals, we have forward air, which is going to be a great button for y'all. We have back air, just like this. We have up air. And we have down air, my favorite button. So let's start with forward air. The main uses of forward air is going to be dragging your opponent off stage for the most part. Forward air is just a great option in general, off of down tilt, off of really just anything to tap their shield with. You know, if you're just poking and you end up landing a forward air, it can turn into 3 or 4 forward airs just like that. And you can find some really, really early kills with forward air. But this move by itself is not that great. It's not safe on shield, and it is not going to find many kills by itself. Obviously, if you chain 3 or 4 of them together, kind of like that you just seen in the clip, it will kill early. But this move is not going to be a kill option. I'm pretty sure even on like 200%, if you just land 1 forward air, it's not going to kill most of the roster. So you're kind of going to want to throw out multiple forward airs, kind of like this, just like that, to find easy kills on your opponent. Now, getting into back air, this move is beefy. I think it's one of Aang's best aerials, if not his best aerial. This move is very, very solid off stage. It's going to find really early kills. So if you find a back air off stage, chances are they're going to die, because this move has a ton of horizontal knockback at low percents. And it almost always sweet spots somehow. Just like we said for forward air, if you want to tap somebody's shield, if we can get this Raph on stage. But if you just want to tap somebody's shield with back air, it's very, very good, very strong, and it can lead into things like that. But this is going to be a very solid kill option. It's going to be a very solid off-stage kill option. And it's just a very beefy back air, you know. Now, getting into Aang's strong attacks, most of them speak for themselves, and we'll get into some of them later, but I'm just going to go over them really fast. He has a grounded forward strong, which is just his smash attack. Very good on the ledge, very fast, very spammable. Comes out, I think, frame 6. Super, super fast move. It's true after needles, like I said. You can needles, damn. Like I said, you can needles, smash attack, It's true at those higher percents. It'll keep him in enough hit stun. You can find some really early kills, and this move also has a backwards hitbox. Unfortunately, you can hit your opponent from behind like that. Very cheesy. It'll catch your opponent off guard on the ledge if you're not facing them, and it's a very, very good option on the ledge. It's very spammable. It's hard to deal with, and it's also an anti-air. If Wrath were to jump here, this would still connect. Aang also has down strong, which can be used out of shield. It's a very good option out of shield. It's a very good option on the ledge as well, and this move kills very, very, very early. It was buffed recently, so this option is very solid on the ledge against characters who do not clip the ledge. So if you're fighting an Azula or a Raphael, any opponent who does not snap to the ledge, down strong will catch the recovery. It hits below the stage a little bit, and it finds some really early kills. I believe it kills on about 115, so it's a very solid smash attack on the ledge. So yeah, it kills about 110, 115, even on Raphael. Very solid smash attack on the ledge. It's going to find those early kills. And Aang's last grounded smash attack is his up smash. Very solid option. It's going to find a lot of your kills because this move kills really early. If you charge it just a little bit and get this move out, it's probably going to kill your opponent around 120. Now this move is going to scoop taller opponents if you are facing the wrong way or you're behind them a little bit. But on those smaller opponents, this will not work walking up and up smashing. They will just not be hit by it. It's going to be something you have to combo into, or you're going to have to read them and come this way and up smash, catch them out of the air on those smaller opponents. But if you're fighting somebody relative to Raphael's size or anybody taller than Aang, this move will scoop and find a really easy kill around 120. Into Aang's aerial charge attacks, he has up charge. This move is phenomenal. Aerial up charge is a full entire water balloon around Aang. It can be used to drag your opponent down as well. We're going to get into that a bit later because that's a little advanced. But this move is very safe to go for in the air if you're being chased. You just throw this out. It's very fast. You have control of Aang during the entire span of the move. You can fastball the move. You can jump through a platform with this. You can control Aang left and right. This move is very, very spammable, and it's going to catch some really early kills as well. It's a very great anti-air. And honestly, I think it's Aang's best charge attack. The vertical kill power of it was buffed this patch as well, so it's going to find a lot more kills off the top. But if you do not land all hits of it, the funny thing about this move is it will drag your opponent down. So for example, if we want to do a drag down on stage, because the only way to get this move to send somebody is by hitting the last hit of this. I believe it is a 3-hit, so it's going to go boom, 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 pow. Boom, 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 pow. If you don't get that pow, it will drag your opponent down all the way to the stage or off the blast zone, and just like that. If you don't get that last hit, it will just drag your opponent down, and you can get a grab out, which is really, really important for Aang. Aang gets a lot out of grabs, and we're going to get into that later, but this move is very, very strong to just throw out as an anti-air, as a drag down option, off stage, on stage, whatever you want to go for it as. It's a very, very important option. And Aang's last charge attack is his side strong. This move is basically back air on crack. So we already went over back air, saying it was a very great kill option off stage, on stage. It's going to find super early kills, right? So imagine that move on steroids. It's basically the same exact hitbox as back air. As you can see, this is back air, and this is side charge. Basically these same exact moves, same hitbox, almost the same frame data, except it's on crack. So this move is a little bit harder to sweet spot, but if you do find that sweet spot, you're going to be finding early kills on the ledge every day of the week. So now that we got Aang's whole entire moveset out of the way, we're going to go into his throw confirms. Now this is the most important part of the video because Aang at low percents gets a lot out of throw. At those low percents, it is hard to deal a lot of damage with Aang without throw, but Aang's up throw in general might be the best throw in the game at low percents, because this move is basically impossible to DI left and right. I'm going to show you real quick. If we have him around maybe 10%, 20%, 30%, we'll just do 10 for good measure. Look at the difference between him DIing in and DIing out. So if he DIs in on my up throw, he comes this way. If he DIs out on my up throw, he still comes this way. It's really impossible to DI out of this move, and the follow-ups that Aang can get out of up throw are endless, and they do so much damage. I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. There we go. Like that. So out of up throw, up charge is true. Grounded up charge is true. You can get 2 of them out, which is very cheesy at low percents. Let me show you that that is true. So we're gonna go to the options, hit stun tint. As long as he's glowing purple, the combo is true. So you can up throw, up charge, walk this way, up charge. You can even find 3 of them right there, just like that. It's a lot of damage just for up throw. Aang's best option for damage at those early percents, and you can find some really crazy shit. I mean, that's 80% basically, all because I up threw him. Aerial upcharge is also true, and off of that you can get some crazy forward air chains. But the main way we're going to be using up throw is early percent combos. You can deal a lot of damage, a lot of damage with up throw. You could do this into forward airs, you could do it into back air. Another route you can go for is up throw into up air is true, into back air. So he's DIing out. It doesn't work on DI out. I believe you have to be DIing in. Just like that. If you want to send him off stage, obviously this is a very great option. You can also do it into forward air. You just have to read their DI depending on where they're facing. But the way we're going to see up throw is our move. It is the Aang move for low percent combo starters, and I'm going to get into the high percent combo starters as well. So at those higher percents, up throw is your main conversion into glider. If you find a throw at around 90, 100%, you can always find a kill with Aang. So around 100%, if we land an up throw, we can double jump glider into up charge, and most of the time that is always going to find a kill around 120. Just like that. And as you can see, he stayed purple the entire time, meaning that this combo is in fact true. And up throw is basically Aang's gift from God. It's one of the reasons that he is a top tier. His up throw is absolutely ridiculous. It's borderline criminal. And at those mid percents, around the 50% threshold, you can find up charge into forward air. You can find it into back air if they're DIing in. You can find it into up air if you want to go that route. You can basically use this for whatever you want. I mean, up throw is up air is Aang's fucking move, man. And also at those very early percents, I mean under 15%, you can find a regrab combo. A lot of Aangs don't know that he has regrab combos. They're very, very strong in this game. If you're unfamiliar with regrabs, it's basically when you start a combo with a grab and you also somehow combo back into a grab to get more damage. It's absolutely insane. And one of the routes that I like to go for looks like this. Up throw into nair into grab again, and from here you can do anything you want. You can up throw again for more damage. You can down throw to send them higher. You can forward throw just to create some space to charge needles, or you can back throw to start a combo. I mean, it's really strong at these low percents to go for a nair into a regrab. You don't want to dash too far or else you'll whiff just like that. You just have to hit a little bit of a mini dash and regrab. Timing can be a bit tricky, but I'm sure y'all are demons. You should be able to figure it out. Now, getting into Aang's down throw, this move is really, really weird. Now, you see how Raph is at 9%? Look how high this down throw is going to send him. That's insane, right? Borderline... I mean, you can't forward air, you can't upcharge, really. So, what can this be used for if it sends him so high? Is it a kill throw? Yes and no, it's a kill throw. If you're fighting a really, really, really light character, this move will kill around 100. Down throw will find that kill. But the main uses of down throw that I've been implementing into my game over the past weeks have been into glider confirms, just like this. Down throw at those early percents, you don't really find too much. Down throw is really just that high percent. You want to pummel them a little bit. Down throw, glider. It's really the main uses of this. It's not really too strong at low percents, but there are some funny gimmicks at low percents that we're going to get into right now. But down throw on the ledge, what's funny about it is it's true into side strong if they are DIing out. So most of the time people will DI out most throws. You can get a side strong out. Obviously the sweet spot is there. You have to connect the sweet spot. Super good on the ledge if you just want to find some early damage. Kind of do something like that. Maybe find a gimp super early. But those are the main uses I found off of down throw. It's not really the best option. It's not the greatest kill throw. Really up throw does everything that down throw wants to do, but better. And the main uses that you want to use this for is those high percent kill confirms. You can kill low weight characters with down throw as well, and you can also do some funny things on the ledge with side strong. Like that. But most of the time at those low percents, you're just going to want to up throw and get your damage off. Kind of like that. Alright, so now let's get into forward throw and back throw. Forward throw is really, really good center stage and on the ledge at low percents, high percents, whatever you want. Because you can get needles off for free. Just like that, that is a true combo. But on top of that, if you do not have needles already charged, it gives you enough time to fully charge needles before this Raph can attack you. Most of the time. Same thing with back throw. You should be able to back throw and charge needles. Obviously you don't just want to stand there like I did, but I'm in the lab. You can back throw, charge your needles over here, you'll be fine. And you can actually, on the ledge, forward throw is a great option to find some kills off stage with forward air. Same thing with back air. Get them into needles at those higher percents. But on stage, this is mainly going to be used as a get off me option. If you find a grab, you can't really find many conversions on stage with it. You cannot follow up with forward air. Yeah, you can't follow up with needles on stage. It's very rough trying to find an option off of forward throw. So most of the time on stage, you're going to want to go for those up throws. But if you find yourself on the ledge, forward throw and back throw are not kill options, but they're very, very good setup options for combos into needles, into forward air, into down air, forward air. So like I said, we went over all of the throws. We went over up throw at low percents, back throw, forward throw, and down throw. Your main kill throw is going to be down throw. Only on those lighter characters you're going to find a kill. Around 110%, maybe like somebody like Tigray will die to down throw. Same thing with Danny or Nigel. But those heavier characters like Ren and Stimpy, Patrick, Plankton, Reptar, you're not really going to find a kill throw with Aang, unfortunately. But both up throw and down throw are great combos into glider, and up throw has some funny shenanigans at low percents. But now we're going to get into the regrab combos. We already went over Aang's regrab from up throw. So most of this is true. They do have a small window when they land that they can out-frame beta you and jab you, but most of this is true. You can find something funny like up tilt into nair into this, re-grab, and then get your funny damage out. But they do have a small window after that drag down to out-frame beta you. But you can kind of get really creative with this and drag down however need be and find a re-grab. Now that we've talked about everything you can get from grabs and funny re-grab combos, we're going to go over how to get grabs. So obviously you can just run up and grab somebody, but there's also ways to combo into grab on Aang that not a lot of people know about. Jab 1-2 grab is true. Down tilt into grab is true. You just have to dash forward a little bit. Just like that. You just have to dash forward a little bit after down tilt at mostly any percent, and you can find that grab. The timing's a little tricky, but I promise you it works. Just like that. And then you can get off just like everything we said, whatever combo you really hope and dream for. Nair into grab is also true if you land that last hit. Just like that. And you can get something just like that. So now that you know how to get grabs out, how to re-grab, certain moves that re-grab, certain moves that combo into grab, you should be spitting out damage with Aang like there's no tomorrow. So we went over all of Aang's normals earlier, and I left out a very, very special move because I think it is one of Aang's most advanced moves, and that's why we didn't go over it earlier. But we're going to go over that now, and that is down air. So unlike most down airs, Aang's down air is a combo extension. Most down airs are spikes or moves that send your opponent downwards or combo finishers, but Aang's is a combo extension. This move sends your opponent upwards almost as if it's a launcher, and this is really important off stage to find confirms like that. This can also be used vertically to extend your combo even higher vertically. So if you land down air and you want to keep your combo going up and up and up, you can find something like that. This move has infinite possibilities. You can slime cancel it on hit to find some crazy shit like that. And I don't see a lot of Aangs utilizing this move the way I do. I'm going to pat myself on the back. This move is very, 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 very versatile. So just like that, we were able to find an easy kill on Raphael. There's not a world he makes that back without slime, and even then we just ledge hog. This move is absolutely insane. Even on stage, if you just land it, you find a crazy hit. This move can also be slime cancelled into glider to find some insane meter dumping early killing combos. If you want to dump all of your meter, down air is the way to do it. You can find some super early kills just like that. And even after about 300 hours, 400 hours of playing Aang, I still have not found all the ins and outs of this move. It's absolutely insane. The skill ceiling with down air is infinite. It's, I think, the best combo extension in Aang's kit besides needles. Obviously needles are very linear. This is for catching your opponent horizontal. But the funny thing about down air is it can be used vertically, horizontally, whatever you want it for. It's a massive move, man. The move's skill ceiling is endless. The combo possibility off of down air is endless because you can extend combos vertically, you can extend them horizontally, you can extend them on stage as well. On hit it is very good as well. It's just an insane move. So make sure you're using down air.
Looking sharp.
I could probably drop a whole entire guide only on Aang's down air. That's how great this move is. And the last thing we have to talk about in today's guide is matchup knowledge. Aang does struggle against these smaller characters like Garfield, Rocco. You know, Aang has a very high jump height and a very high short hop height. This is a short hop and it goes basically directly over Raphael, as you can see. So Raphael's a pretty tall character. So as you can assume, against some of these smaller characters, you're gonna have to play a lot more passive and try to find some combos off up throw, down throw, forward throw, back throw. But that's basically it for my Advanced Aang guide tutorial. We went over everything that is in Aang's kit, all of his moveset. We went off of down air extensions, all of the throw routes that I know as of today. After 300 hours of playing Aang, these are the best throw routes that I know, the best combo routes that I know. If you want some more slime cancel combos, make sure to watch my other guide. I went over a lot of slime cancel combos in the first guide, but this guide I really wanted to go over the tech of Aang, how to play Aang at a high level, what you should be looking for, and what you can get off of throw. And I think I went over that pretty well. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure, like I said at the beginning, to drop down. Let me know you enjoyed it. I love all of you. Peace.